Hello everybody, welcome to Civil Education. This video is all about telling you if your prelims ready or not. As you know that 2022 prelims, which is on June 5th, is just ahead, and a few of us are going to give this a 10, but we're not sure whether uh, it will be qualified or not. So let me just make you verify that a few tips I'll tell you today in the video, that how you can make yourself prelims ready, or how you can check yourself that whether your prelims ready or not. So I'll be beginning and I'll start with very basic things, but you'll get to know that how these become mandatory factors to clear your prelims. So there are very basic important things. First one, and which is static, and second is current affair. The third talks about the revision, and then fourth talks about the test papers. So actually, what happens when we start our journey, we all start focusing on all these four things, and even we listen to a lot of people on YouTube videos and so. But during the phase, and when we are so much indulged in everything, and we forget to look back at where we started and what were the things which were important, which can help us to make the prelims clear. So I'll just tell you right now that how these can be important. The first very basic is static portion. So when I say static, that means all of your basic, which is politics, and then we have history, have economy, and one more, which is geography. So these four are important factors when we say static. Now people start adding a few more subjects, and those are art and culture. Then we have science and tech, and also we have here, which is environment. So let's understand that how this can help us to make our dreams clear. When I say politics, these are the four basic steps that we should clear. And when I say static, only two things are very much important here. The first one is that you do should read NCRTs, and the next step is all the standard books which are made for UPSC, those should be clear. So if you read these, now again, when you're reading it, it doesn't mean only reading, it actually means that your concepts are clear, your basics are clear. If your concepts and basics are clear what you're reading in statics, definitely if you will be able to attend all the MCQs of this static portion. So now when I say art and culture and science and tech, art and culture is part of history only. Do not consider it something which is extra subject. Consider it its sub-subject, you can say. And environment is part of geography. And science and tech, mostly it is part of current affairs, because science and tech comes from current affairs portion. And then we have something which is called current affairs actually. So once you are surely ready with your static, just check whether you have done everything in static. Then you come to current affairs. Now, when I say current affairs, at least of course 1 year current affair you do should have revised carefully. So here you'll find that all the subjects these will be, and also the Hindu is there, from where like all the current affair news will come, articles and all. Basically, current affair you can only understand from the newspaper when your basic is clear or the static is clear. So yes, 1 year current affair too should be revised by you. And this is the second part. So if you have done your static, if you have done your current affairs, then nothing can stop you to clear prelims. But not only these two things are important. This is something which you have to learn. But after learning these both things, two things are important. The very first is revision, second is test papers. So what you have done so far in your static and in your current affairs, now it's the time that you start revising these. So until and unless you do the revision, you'll not be able to make prelims clear, because this becomes one barrier. People, when they sit for the exam, they start their question paper, they read the question, and they know that they know the, the subject, and they also know that they have read that particular topic, but they are not able to mark the correct answer. Why? Because of lack of revision, because of also lack of concept, because concepts are not clear. So revision is the only success to make it clarified. So this is one important thing, that do read your static, do complete your current affairs, but make sure you revise your entire syllabus properly. Now, again, if these three things are done, something which is left, that is test papers. So you are sure that you have done everything in static. You're sure that you have done everything in current affairs, and you have revised also everything. But still, in a few cases, you will find people are not able to make it here because this is something very important point, that is test papers. Test papers is something in my last video also I have shared that once you are you're preparing yourself for any war, you will have to sharpen sword definitely, but you will have to go to the field and you'll have to fight also. You'll have to practice for that war, that how exactly I'll be, fighting and what strategy I'll be following. So this is the same process. That solving test paper is feeling the environment of that exam and also trying eliminating the question paper questions. So you will have to find out your answers, and you'll have to see that how much you are able to make it after reading everything. Are you still able to get through the rank? Are you still able to make your name in the list of prelims? So this is something which will help you. So maximum you'll find people 30 to 50 test papers, so full length. I'm saying full length test paper. They always will be solving. So it means that it becomes 3,000 somewhere to 5,000 question sets. So this is something which is ultimately going to help you. So again, I'll just have a quick revision. What can help us to make the prelims clear? That's simple. Make your static portion very much strong. Read everything. Read current affairs for 1 year at least, and then revise everything. Whatever you have done so far, it does require revision actually. And then at last you'll have to go through the test papers to check whatever you have done so far, you have learned, how is it going to be look in the examination hall, whether it is productive for you, able to make your name in the prelims list. So this is how you can check yourself. So these four factors are very much important. Do share if you think that it's really helpful for somebody. And thanks for listening to me. If you have any questions, please do comments below in the section. Jai Hind.